Obviously, tough way to finish the weekend. You go run roll them twice, and they get you today. And I think when you look at it, I had a boss tell me a long time ago, like, you have to deserve to win. And I thought, you're a little concerned with the weather today and all that stuff. If we're going to come out sleepwalking a little bit, and I didn't think we did at all. I mean, punch aside in the top of the first, come in and slam them and throw a haymaker in the bottom half, and you're like, okay, we're in a good headspace. But then I thought from the second through the ninth, they were the tougher team in every facet. I thought they played cleaner defense than we did. I thought they threw more strikes and competed out of the bullpen significantly better than we did. They hit with guys on base better than we did today. And that's why you lose, And so you look at college baseball, and it don't matter if you're the number one ranked team in the country or the worst team in college baseball. Anybody can beat anybody. And I think that's the beauty of this game. It's the thing as a coach, it'll make you want to run your head through a wall at times. But credit Elton and that group, man. They're a tough group of kids, and they lined up and played better than we did today, and that's why they're leaving here with a victory. So we've got to turn our attention to Tuesday and bounce back and have a good one on the road.
Coach, do you think that the delay did end up affecting your guys at all throughout as the game progressed? I mean, I know it's for both teams. Presbyterian had to start at 2 as well, but do you think that played a role?
I really don't think it did. To be honest with you, I really don't think it did. I think had we looked up in the fifth and it was a 7-0 game then, or we were in a weird place there, I thought our focus was good. I thought the dugout, it was hooked in. There was not a lackadaisical feeling there. We just didn't play good. You look in the second, and we give them 2 runs in the second. We have a line drive. It's a hard hit ball, but hits on our glove. We don't make the play. And then Braun, who's been the best player of all time, like just ball kind of took a hop on him. Would have been a double play, and instead it's first and third, nobody out, and they're able to end up cashing in for 2 runs there. We had another error late going between our legs that cost us another run. You flip to the other side of the ball. You have the bases loaded in the third with nobody out. You don't score. You don't turn around and load the bases again. You only get 1. So just some of those little things. I really, man, I don't think it was a delay thing. I don't think it was. I've coached plenty of teams that slept walk through something. I didn't feel like they did that. I just didn't think we were very good. And I think that's what sucks. But I think that's the reality of it. I thought, you give me Matt Heiberg out of the bullpen, thanks for coming, and he just didn't have it today. They did a good job, had good at-bats off him. And you go to Braylon Myers, who's been nails for us, just didn't quite have it today. And you look up, and all of a sudden you got a 5-run sixth, and we have some opportunities there late still. And, when you're chasing leads like that, you need some things to go your way, and Doe slams a ball just right at the left fielder. Bull stays over, ball slams it right at the third baseman. And then they give us a break there in the 8th and miss that fly ball. And we've been so good at making that really, really hurt. And we just weren't able to today. We ended up flying out to end the inning. So all in all, just missed opportunities, didn't play well. But I don't think it had anything to do with the delay. I don't think it had anything to do with the mental mindset. Thought they were just a little bit tougher than we were today.
Jared, you talked about the professionalism of your roster while we've been in here. Beginning of the season, how do you look to see that after kind of a maybe frustrating loss like this, especially with maybe the record on the line?
Yeah, and record, whatever, like that's for everybody else. That's for you guys to write about, and you should. It's cool. It's great. They deserve that. But really the big thing is, like I said, we just got to be able to look in the mirror and say we weren't good enough today. They were better than we. And if we can't say that they weren't tougher than we were and they weren't better than us today, then we ain't going to grow from it and be any better. But if we can look at it and say, you know what? They did. They played harder. They played more efficient. They were better out of the bullpen. Then we got a chance, And so to me, that's what I told them after the game is this is not about sucking our thumb and feeling bad for ourselves or moping or being mad. It's about being an adult. And being an adult means you look yourself in the mirror and say they were better than we were today. And we can't change that. We can't control that. But we can come out and be the tougher team on Tuesday, and that's what we got to do.
Coach, I know not necessarily the timing that you want to throw your closer in the game when you threw Oz today, but you talk about what he was able to do, really just holding serve throughout his appearance today.
Yeah, that's what you needed. Like, they just had every ounce of momentum there in the middle innings. We get the lead in the first, then we turn around and give them 5. We answer and take the lead back, which was huge. We trade blows in the 5th, and then that 5-run inning. Just when you give those runs up late, that's when it's tough. You give up like they did. They gave us 4 spot in the first. You got some time to chip away at that thing. When you give it up in those middle to late innings, you don't have a whole lot of outs to play with. And I think obviously you like your closer in getting the last 3 to 6 outs of the game, but we felt like if we couldn't stop it there and couldn't reclaim some of that momentum, the last 3 to 6 outs weren't going to matter anyway. So we felt like we could go to him there, get a couple zeros out of there, and give our boys time to work. And unfortunately, we couldn't do enough offensively. But we felt like the game was kind of hanging in the balance there, and bring him in and try to stop the bleeding and give us a chance. He did a great job.
Coach John Young Jr. started at second today. Had a couple loud outs and a couple good at-bats. Didn't have hits to show for it, but worked one walk. What did you see out of him today in his approach to the plate?
Yeah, John's not scared. He's a confident kid. He works his tail off. He was ready to go. With Norton kind of nursing a tough back after yesterday, he just kind of forced John Boy in there, and I had no problem with the way he played. I did not think he was passive, and that's the one thing you don't want to see. I think some of these guys work so hard, and they get their opportunity, and it's almost they're afraid to make a mistake, and I didn't think John was at all. He stepped on one in his first at bat for a line out, and then hit another ball pretty hard to first base there. Didn't have much to show for it, but man, I can ride with that dude because he ain't scared, and he's going to play hard, and you're going to get every ounce of what he got. And he, fortunately, he just didn't have a ton to show for it today, but he's going to be a good one for us.
Was keeping Norton out of the lineup more precautionary, or was it maybe something a little more to worry about?
Yeah, he took a big swing yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw it, kind of like grimaced a little bit on it, and his back just kind of locked up on him, and so it was kind of a game time decision, see where he was at today, and he didn't feel quite right this morning, and so you're not going to force him in there on a day, especially a wet day like today, where one slip, one anything could be pretty significant. So hopefully it's nothing long lasting. He'll see Doc tomorrow just to get looked at, but hopefully it's nothing long lasting. But we got some guys if they need to step in that can do it, but hopefully it's nothing crazy there.
Coach, how do you assess the offensive performance? Obviously a prolific group to start the year. 8 runs on the one hand, but on the other hand, left a lot out there in terms of runners in scoring position and everything else. So where do you think that stands, and what do you want them to improve on and learn from on that side of the ball from today?
Yeah, the really weird thing is, I keep all these quality at bat stuff on here, and I mean, the quality of bat numbers I think are going to be pretty silly today, like in a really good way. Like, man, we walked, I don't know, at least 9 times and a hit by pitch maybe. So we're on base for free that many times. Like, there's some guys on the barrel with some good swings. It was just we would have a bad at bat to blow up the inning. Your first, second, nobody, or base load, nobody out, infield fly ball, double play ball. Like, just you have 4 good ones to set it up, 3 good ones to set it up, and then 2 not so good ones blow the thing up. And that was kind of the story of today. It was like set it up, blow it up, set it up, blow it up. We couldn't quite just keep the line moving, which we've done at such a high level all year. That's why hitting's the hardest thing to do in baseball. It is, or the hardest thing to do in any sport, really. I mean, hitting a baseball is impossibly difficult. And so, we left, I don't know how many dudes on base, felt like 1,010,000. I'm surprised it's not 30. Left a lot of dudes on base, but that also means we got a lot of guys on base, and I think we don't need to change anything. We just got beat in some situations we couldn't get beat. We kind of got in between in some situations we couldn't get in between, and hopefully when things are going good, you get away with those. And today we didn't get away with them. And we talk about all the good stuff this group did. They did a lot of good stuff today, just not enough. And like I said, I thought it boiled down a little bit. I didn't think they slept walk, but I did think Presbyterian was they played tougher than we did today. They really did, and that's why you give yourself a chance, but that's why you end up losing on Sunday.
Couple more.
Sorry, Coach. Justin LeBron knocked his 11th home run of the season, 1 less than his total from last year of 12. But he also worked 3 walks today, and kind of. How does that speak to his, maturity and patience as a hitter when he's hitting the ball so well to also be able to kind of sit in the box and work counts?
I think that's where the homers come from. You've heard me say that a lot in here. I think, he controls his zone at such a high level that when it comes over that white part, he smashes it. But if it doesn't, he's not going to move. And, Ron had a great day today. I mean, his 1 out was a laser at the third base. The guy makes a diving play on him. He had a good day today. I thought there were some good at-bats. I thought Hodo had another really, really good day today. Poppy hits 2 homers to start. They kind of had some tough ones to finish there. But, yeah, he's a superstar, man. He's a really good player, and he played good today. But I guarantee you trade all that stuff for us to get it done today, and fortunately we didn't.